Okay, now you should be able to hear me. Okay, so just started a live stream. Got that stream. I got my printer set up to the kind of where they should be. So I thought, what better way than torture testing it? Oops, let me plug in my phone. So while I'm on my the subject of my phone, this is a Google Pixel XL Blue, Verizon's exclusive. It's a great phone. It's probably one of the best Android phones I've ever had. It's it's funny because it looks. If you put it side by side with an iPhone 7, it's exactly the same. The only difference is the button here is here. So, and it's still running Android, which I like because I'm kind of invested in Google's infrastructure since they pretty much own all of my information. So, I'm actually printing this. It doesn't look like much now, but this is it. This is stupid ridiculous, and this is actually I think on YouTube, KS Cortex, KS Cortec. Yes, so he actually I don't know why I'm showing a video within the video, but I will put this link in the description.
Welcome back to Chaos Core Tech. My name's Garrett, and today we are going to be making Sonic. Now, this one's actually a little bit special.
But anyway, he sculpted this in Fusion 360, which is really cool. They use it for Pyro Designs logo. So, anyway, I really liked his model, and I thought Sonic would be pretty cool to show off. It'd be even cooler if this prints without support. I don't think that's gonna not fail. No, that's definitely gonna fail. Well, it's not gonna fail, it's just gonna string. What's gonna fail is when it hops. Z-hops over this. So let's go through, because I didn't check the layers until I printed. This is why I think it might fail. If you're doing anything, especially with Simplify, like Simplify 3D makes it super easy to identify this stuff, but like, so it does his feet, and then it does all the support material, the brim, or the skirt, support material all the way up. Oh, it's gonna do support material inside of his boot. That might pick away. That's gonna be close. His hands are supported there, so that spike is probably gonna fail unless I had a lot of. Let's see. So your Z gap, your horizontal gap, is this gap right here. Your XY gap, which I could actually edit, but I'm gonna see how far it goes before it fails. But yeah, if that it's not his hair, it's his tail actually. But if that part falls off the support, it's gonna collide into the other support, and then it's just gonna stick to the nozzle, and then it should collide with everything else. So yeah, there's a lot of unsupported features, and they're mostly hollow until it gets to the main body. So that's hollow as well. But I use three perimeters. God, even the thumb's gonna be The face should actually be good, but I doubt it's gonna make it that far. Oh yeah, that's... See, that's what's cool about Simplify, is it's kind of dumb when it comes to the support material. Like, it didn't see it as a thing, so I probably do generate automatic supports, and then come in here and add support structure, and add like a bunch of support. The one thing that annoys me the most about Simplify 3D is that if you click the middle button, it resets the view. If you click the middle button, and I'm used to clicking the middle button being rotate, but actually left click is rotate and right click is pan, which I think is confusing. His nose is fine. I would probably put one on his nose. Oh, definitely on this tip right here. God, even that, like, did it even see any of that stuff? Like, how did it not see that as an overhang? And then stuff like this doesn't make sense either, so, like, it doesn't need it on that ridge. It almost doesn't need it there. Especially on this face, you don't need that much on this face. You also have support material that's, like, kind of unsupported. See, PLA should be able to cool at these angles, but the Aris doesn't really have a good cooling fan, so if I had like a desk fan blowing on it, it might actually work. But I'm printing at 200. I should be able to print lower than that, but I tried 190 and it still started to fail at the speed that it's going, at 60 millimeters a second. So I'll show you the settings. You probably can't see them because it's so small. Let me see. Oh, I can't tell. But anyway, how about we do this? There you go. Cool. Okay. So I'm doing an extrusion multiplier 0.9. I don't think it's over extruding, but I did a print at 0.09 of a fidget device, and the walls seem to be okay. I think the infill needs a little bit of work, so I don't know really what's going on. 0.5 or 5 millimeter almost seems to be the magic number, I think, for the retraction. I do a 0.5 millimeter lift. 0.2 millimeter layer height. It's pretty standard because 0.1 millimeter, it would just take forever, and I don't think it really matters with this printer. The nozzle, the other thing is I'm using a 0.4 millimeter nozzle that Steve or somebody from CME CNC gave me. So that actually made a huge difference. Like before I was printing at 220 and it kept failing because it had to print so hot that it didn't cool. It also doesn't have any control over the cooling fan, so these numbers don't mean anything. Probably what I'm going to do is add a cooling fan, or like a PC fan, to this side of the printer that's attached to the output, the fan output on the Rambo. Yeah, support material. I should have made it a little bit denser. I could change the support every couple. I could change the angle of support every like 5 layers, so that kind of like creates like a solid mesh. I did that with a another organic model. What I would really do with this model is slice it up in Mesh Mixer. That's honestly the best way to do it. So infill angles, 45 degrees, rectilinear. Pretty much use the standard, the default, and then I just added stuff. I also added Jig Guy and modified by Japman. They made this starting script that basically purges a little bit of the filament off to the corner or off to the edge of the bed. And then the ending script, turn off the bed, home, or move 10 up, and I think G28, I'm not sure. Disable motors. I'm not sure about all that. I know standard G code, but I usually Google Marlin or Repetier G code. Oh, what's that blue thing? Oh, that's the axis. Okay. Yeah, it's funny the ears don't really need anything. These hair fins, and his back really doesn't need much either. It needs to get around the tail so that it can support the center. Yeah, honestly, I could probably put another support right there, but I don't know. Almost sometimes it's like so much support that I don't really care about putting too much support in Simplify because it breaks away so easily. You don't want to live stream that. This is boring. Oh, so I was doing. This is my Mendel 90. I printed a baby Groot. Here, let's. I know there's an easier way to do this. Yep, baby Groot. Oops. It turned out really good. And it looks blue, but it's actually violet. It's kind of a purple color. But let's see if we can show the detail. And this, oh, the other cool thing is this is printed entirely in ABS. So the thing is, it didn't get the detail of the feet are supposed to have rings, like tree rings. But the machine was so loud, and I think the steppers are so overcurrented that, like, I think the current's way too high. Because it's really loud and it shakes like crazy trying to build this. It also, like, I think the Octoprint just can't keep up with that many polygons or that many G-code commands. So that's kind of one of the limitations of using Octoprint on a Pi Zero. I can't do any advanced features, but it's running a webcam right now, so it's not too bad. But yeah, this the head like pops right in. It has this little. You can't really see it, but there it is. I printed it with the not the raft, but printed it with the brim. The model comes with it already on the brim, but it's a great looking model. Let's see, and then printed a. So I designed this in Fusion. It's a hand spinner that everybody seems to do these days, and it actually uses nickels. Because why would you not use nickels? I mean, they're heavy, they're useless as a currency, and I don't have any other 608 bearings available. I actually ended up buying a ceramic bearing, just one, because it was like $10 on Amazon. Amphetamine Ceramics Gold is the brand of the bearing. I also put a lip around the edge so that it holds the bearing in one side and kind of is a spacer. The problem is when I put these, you can't really see it, but the whole thing is kind of warped a little bit. Like the nickels aren't perfectly centered, so and I already glued them in with super glue, so they're pretty much not going to come out, or they're going to be super glued together. I could break it open. This was printed with Protopasta coffee or aromatic coffee, so I could actually anneal the PLA. And this was printed on the Prusa Mark II. But yeah, these ceramic bearings are quite awesome. It's, I rubbed off the markings, but there's I don't know if that's a Delrin or ceramic container, but it's some kind of silicon carbide or something ball bearings inside there. But it spins like very freely by itself. You can't really see with this camera, but it spins really nicely. If I had a bit more balanced spinner, it probably would spin for like over a minute. My last one spun for over a minute because I basically degreased it, and they were just standard VXB. Well, no, I used this, but then I used the bearings, and then I thought it would be really cool to use an air compressor and spin it up, and so it went to like 10,000 RPMs or something, and then it just like literally shattered in my hand, and there's like ball bearings like thrown across the workshop. So I'll actually show you how I did it. So I basically followed Joel's video. Let me make sure. Oh, I have people watching. Oh, sorry guys. I forgot that there's a chat available. So I only have one monitor, so I'm going to have a lot of feedback coming up. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry guys. I'm going to pop out this chat. I forgot that there's a chat available. So I only have one monitor, so... Okay, cool. Let me pull up Fusion. Let me switch this over. I probably should figure out OBS. Okay, so Fusion. Let me answer some questions. So yes, $10 for the bearing. Let me see if I can find it. Basically, Amazon has... I just looked up ceramic bearing. And of course now everybody's selling the fidget spinners. VXB has one for about $7. There's hybrid skate bearings. Ceramic's about $9. The reds are pretty good from what I hear. Yeah, so you're that's for a pack, like depending on how many you get. God, that's a pack of 8. Okay. I don't think they have the one that I bought on here. Oh, here they are. Here's the pack. I don't think they actually have the individual though. They were selling the individual one. Yeah, it's like $11. Anyway, you can buy a 8-pack of ceramic bearings. They're not too expensive. But no, I didn't weigh the nickels. I just thought I had some nickels on my desk, and I was like, you know, those are pretty much useless. So why not? Hey, Peter. Okay. Let me see. So Fusion. So I watched Joel's video on. I'm gonna do this again, but as you can tell, that's pretty much entirely what I do all day. Is watch 3D printing videos lately. There's a chat on Friday. There's a live feed on Friday. I want to try to get on. So I'm trying to produce more content. Yep. Here it is. Yep. I don't have my car. Sorry for yawning in the mic. But anyway,
See,
Joe goes through the whole video and
Here's
kind of
the-
shows you how to do it. I tried to use his measurements. They didn't work. I don't have calipers because they got stolen or got lost, and I don't want to buy any. I don't want to buy new ones unless I could buy a good one. So what's really cool about it, Fusion, and essentially if you use Onshape or SolidWorks or Autodesk or Inventor or pretty much anything that isn't Tinkercad, you can do sketches, and they're pretty easy. Of course, now it's not going to work. You won't let me right click? Okay. Oh, that's so weird. Huh. Maybe there's another way to do it. Oh, it's because I have the whole selection. It's weird. So, I started with a sketch, like he shows in the video. I did the main diameter for the bearing, and then I did an offset to make a little lip for the bearing to rest on. And then I made another offset, an outer offset. I made another one for the nickels. The nickels are about 21.1, but it didn't really fit, so I made it much bigger. Because most of them just do is add glue. And then I did an offset, and then from that offset I made a mirrored edge here, so that I could duplicate this arc over here. So it is fully parametric. It's not constrained, not fully constrained, but I did add my dimensions so that this is easy to fix, and your diameters are really easy to go back in and edit. And then I did a revolve, a radial revolve, so I can actually go in here. Oh, really? Huh. Anyway. And then this one was also like he did in the video. I essentially did a revolve around this axis. I made a profile, and I wanted to make a little bit of a dimple for your finger, so I used the spline tool, or spline, and then I could get my diameters perfect. So 8mm inside, so basically 8.9. Let's see. Yeah, so these dimensions will obviously vary depending on what bearing you use and everything. Stop. It's really cool though. Like it's really cool to be able to like go back and edit stuff until to rapidly prototype by just changing a number instead of like having to like Tinkercad where you have to go back and then basically ungroup, and then change it, and then center it again, and then group. I could do this in Tinkercad, but it would take me longer now that I know how to do this. Sorry about yelling. I have my Red Bull here. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's in the fridge. It's gone. Wait, I gotta go find it. If my roommate took my Red Bull. I don't know. Red Bulls are like gold, apparently. Like almost $3 for a 12 ounce. So I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't have a project that I really want to work on. I worked on some cool projects actually while we're on the live stream, and I'm waiting for this to fail. Nope, still looks good. I can't tell what that is. It's white, but I think that's a reflection. That's a reflection of the white light. So what I'm using is an IKEA lamp. That's actually I can actually show you. Let's see. Will this break the internet? Let's try this. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Let's try this. I'm gonna learn how to use OBS properly for you. Right on the stream. This is magic in the making. So let's do that here, and then we'll create a new scene, and then that scene will have monitor capture and video. Cool. So that way I can do one with a small video up here, and then I could just switch between the scenes. Okay, cool. Oh, I learned something. Anyway, let's see how far this camera cord goes. I should have it plugged into my USB hub. And I don't know if you can see. There's my Eris, but I just did a video on this too, how I did it, so go watch my video. But it's basically a Pi cam and a Pi zip tied to a IKEA lamp with a gooseneck and an LED, so it has this really bright light on it. And then I have the same for my Mendel 90 and the same for my Prusa Mark II over there. I have the room lights off because I don't know why. Oh, let me show you this. This is cool. I had to charge my phone. I forget to charge it. And then I wonder why nobody calls me. Okay, this is magical. Live on the air. Okay, so if it takes this long to open an app to turn on your light, you're doing something wrong. Oh boy. Ta-da! It's a Wi-Fi controlled lamp. Yeah, TP-Link sells them for like $20, I think, 20 or 30 bucks. They're cheaper than the Philips Hue lights, and you don't have to have a base station. But I don't think they have an API that's accessible, and it does work with Alexa, but I don't have Alexa set up, so I wish I could directly control it with a web app, but you know, that wouldn't be secure, like, you know, putting your stuff on the cloud. So anyway, back to my prints. I have a few benchies, my camera set up here so I can film easier. Groot. I have some Wolfbite, which works really well on this glass bed when it's heated. Oh, I also started sticker bombing my my printer. So I got all these stickers when I went to MRF, Midwest Rep Rap Festival. And then I have some other ones like I Love Robots. And then under the lamp there's a See Me CNC last sticker. Obviously I don't need one because I have a See Me CNC branded device here, but I got a Murph cup. Oh yeah, this whole thing is being shot on a Nuka-Cola vending machine. Another video that you should watch. It looks cooler with the lights on. But these are UV LEDs and they make the bottles glow. I need to dust it out because it actually does look like it's been sitting there for 500 years. Because it's basically been on nonstop since I built it. And the Raspberry Pi literally just sits there and does the same animation. But it like totally makes the whole effect. Like if I didn't have it, it would not have been the same without that effect. So anyway, I pretty much 3D print everything in my life. I just printed this morning, or afternoon, or night. I don't know. I'm still up since midnight, so. But I had a bunch of SD cards and junk on my desk, and I looked for SD card readers, and I found this, or SD card holders, and I found this design. I mean, it's something I could have easily made myself, and it probably would have worked. But again, I'm kind of crippled without calipers, so I think calipers are going to be the first thing on my list when I get paid, or money, or a job, or whatever. But that's not important, as long as I can pay for it. Let's see. Men have lost hands stealing Red Bulls, yeah. Yeah, so Red Bull, man, oh. I know Angus did a video, Maker's Muse, did a video for a Red Bull adapter for his car. And Joel, like, was drinking them, like, non-stop on his channel. Sorry. I have a wireless, oh, okay, that's another practical print I can show you. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, sorry, shaky camera. This has been one of the best things I've ever printed. Like, it's a headphone holder. It's very simple. You just take your headphones. Sorry for the noise. And it rests right on there. Oh, dizzy camera. Oh, it's like VR. You just get motion sickness. I get motion sickness, so little known fact about me. Yeah, Red Bull. They got the Red Bull bender, which Preston made. Let's see. Headphones. Turn your energy drinks into a headphone stand. Huh. There's another adapter for your car. Oh, there we go. That's even better. 3D printing nerd one. So I need to build a logo. I think that's my next thing for this channel is a logo and an intro. And I want to do something cool for an intro because most people just use some motion graphics software. And I have no clue how to use motion graphics software. Literally my video making is Windows Movie Maker. Because I can drag and drop things and it's just like the MS Paint of you know, compared to like Adobe Premiere. So, but that's also because it's free and I have it, and I do have Adobe Premiere at the Dallas Makerspace, but it's not as convenient as being home editing on your own computer, if that makes sense. Like, it's not as comfortable, and the only way I'm gonna get videos out is if I'm comfortable with my editing situation. So I might just, once I get a job, subscribe to the Adobe Creative Cloud and get some stuff, or just use I don't know. There's a bunch of editing software out there. I don't really care. So there's nothing good for Red Bull, and I don't know that because Thingiverse has the worst search engine of all time. Yegi just like overwhelms you with information, but I think it's more comprehensive. Yeah, this is all the same stuff on Thingiverse using the same search term, so I'm assuming there's nothing available. MyMiniFactory.com. I like that site. It's really nicely done. I think it is also owned by some other company. But it's a little bit more available, and the models are a little bit nicer. So you get a cool Red Bull logo of that, can holder. The badge was good. Imagine. Oh yeah, that's Ultimaker. Because they like to show off their cool dissolvable support material. Ooh, look at me. I got dissolvable support material. I'm not jealous at all. No, it doesn't know. So let's do that. Let's find the dimensions of a Red Bull can and make our own Red Bull holder. New design. Okay, I'm on V3 of my spinner, so Red Bull can dimensions. Oh my god, Yahoo Answers. No. This is terrible. Why did I click on this? Can you just give me the diameter in centimeters, please? Okay, there we go. I don't know, but then you didn't describe. Oh. The 8-ounce ones are usually what I get. 1.5 what? Inch. Oh my god. Okay. Does anybody have like... Okay, so the 8 ounce is the 250 milliliter. It's because I can't make that conversion in my head. Thanks, America. For your fancy... Okay, you give me the size in milliliters. It's great. So 1/4 of a liter. It's 1/3 of a liter. 1/2 a liter. God, 1/2 a liter of Red Bull. That would be crazy. I can't drink one of those, and like it takes me a whole day to drink one of those. A 250, I can drink about 250s, and then I'm done. So that's 1/2 a liter. Oh my god. Wow. Volume sizing is so weird. 6.5 tall, 2.5 wide diameter inches. Okay. We'll just take that for it. So what I would do is, I'm assuming the smaller one is, let's create a sketch. Circle C. It's probably the best thing to learn, is your shortcuts. And I want this to be 52. Let's make it 52.5 to make it snug. And then we'll create an offset, which is O. That makes sense. Let's make it a 3mm offset. And then we want the whole thing to be a base, and then we want it to be... Let's make it look cool, so... Actually, let's do it this way. Stop sketch. Let's delete that. Where do I get sketch going? Let's do it this way. Let's do it like a, so this. 26. 26 radius, and then this dimension will be probably half of that, so 135. Let's say 70 tall. Okay. And then we'll draw a spline to make something look cool. Oh, it doesn't work like a Photoshop spline. Okay. And to make it line up, you can just drag it down like a projection. That. Oops. Okay, that's not how that works. There you go. And then we'll sketch here. There we go. So we made this, and then we'll just do a revolve. Revolve around what? Okay. Cancel. We gotta draw a center line. Which is pretty easy to do. Just do that. I just converted to a normal construction. Now we do revolve axis profile. Cool. So we made this like little cozy thingy, and it's made into a new body. So if you hold shift and then turn it around, it works like that. But as you can see, I don't know why. It looks like it was a hole in it. Oh, the bottom doesn't have any thickness? No, it has thickness. Okay. So anyway, there you go. And I'm sure if we did something cool like a projection that had like my name, or if I put my name in text and then did a, I'd have to make it in an SVG program, and probably, yeah, there's nothing for text. It looks like. Oh, there's for text. Comic Sans. Now, how do you do a projection? That's what I want to know. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, here you go. Project. Oh. Nope, that's not how that works. Okay. I had this problem before. It's just a simple move, like M for move. Okay, there we go. And, that doesn't move the entity. That does. There, translate. That's what's frustrating, is I don't know what half the stuff does. So anyway, I would just write with it on Sharpie instead of actually having to do that. So that's all I'm going to do for Fusion and Yahoo Answers. How are we going? Oh man, we're almost to this top of the shoes. That's really cool. Honestly, not to jinx it, knock on glass because I have a glass desk, but I have not had many successful prints with the Aeris. I'll show you the 3 most successful prints out of an Aeris. And even those I wouldn't call successful. This was the only thing I really got out of the Aeris before it decided to have a mind of its own. It's 12 pieces. Each piece has like a ton of detail inside of it. Internal cavities and everything. This one had a cage, a ball in a cage, which did fail after I tried to remove this. I didn't have support, but I tried to remove the stringing and it just kind of broke. Trying to pop, basically these are on pegs and they snapped in place. But they have really cool like moving parts inside of them. So just make sure you can see. But yeah, this is a really cool model. And then T-Rex, of course, rawr. The teeth kind of were all gross because, of course, it was at high temperature, no cooling, or very little cooling. Yeah, really droopy undersides. Again, lack of cooling. I'm probably going to have to fix the cooling. That's about the only thing. It has a fan, but it's basically just a fan that's cooling the hot end heat break and pushing air very far away from the part, which means that the nozzle is actually, or the heater block is actually blowing hot air on it. Like there's, like they try to do too much for the small platform, and like it's such a tiny effector that there's not really much you can do. This one turned out good, the Totoro. So, and that was all with their yellow PLA. I tried, I did the coffee PLA, I did this white cheapo filament PLA, and then I just got atomic filament gold PLA. That actually worked really well. Now that I got the new nozzle on it. So, a lot of fun. Anyway, I wish I had more subscribers so I can have more than 2 people watching me. Danska6, if he's still around. I could probably check. At least I don't have to worry about moderating my own channel. He's still around. No. Wait, check. Okay. I gotta figure this whole YouTube thing. My last video, I had some videos that I talked to some people, you know, YouTube people that are really cool. But yeah. Okay. I'm tired. My print hasn't failed yet, so I'll knock on wood and hope that's good. This is a good test, though, of live streaming, and that I can kind of show you a lot with my room setup the way it is, considering I only have like a bed, and, you know, 3D printers, a bed, a closet, a little bit of open space over there to put a tripod, and then I have a racing seat. I want to do some videos with a racing seat, but I don't have it set up right now. I'm probably going to get rid of this desk. I just cleared it off for the most part. I don't really want to get rid of the desk, but I'm going to get rid of the desk and then try to mount my TV against the other side of the wall. But I want to make it on a swing hinge so I can watch TV in bed if I wanted to. Not quite sure what I want to do. But if you're in the channel and you want to ask me questions, just let me know. Anybody? 2 people, including myself. This is probably 1 person. Who is that 1 person? I should be able to know these things because I am the moderator, but... Oh. It's just me. Okay, fine. I will end this chat, or the stream, and probably go hop on another stream that will probably start pretty soon. I guess that's it. See ya.